Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a bit more of a casual video. I'm just going to be tier ranking all of the wonhobby 33 prototypes, announcements, everything that came out. Like, that was such a massive weekend. It was super exciting. So I've seen that a few other YouTubers have already reacted to some of the announcements. So I think Gwen, Ando, and Squishy Bubble Tea all had their own videos. I have not watched any of them because I want my judgments to be my own, because I'm like so impressionable. I know if one of them says they like something, I'll also be like, yeah, I love this too. So I've basically gone through and compiled a lot of the figures into a tier maker tier list. I have left out all the Figmas because me personally, I don't collect Figmas, and otherwise there would be so many. And there are a few from series that I don't really know of that I've left out, but there should be a pretty good representation of at least everything I was excited about in this list. And yeah, we're gonna go through and tier rank them. Just super quickly, I'm not trying to like throw shade or tell people that the figures they like are bad by putting them in a tier list. What figures people like, it's a very subjective thing. There's definitely figures in my collection that other people would think are objectively bad or overpriced. So if you do like a figure that I say is bad, like, just ignore me. You do you. Also, sorry that this video is kind of late. I can only film on the weekends, so they dropped at the end of last weekend, so I had to wait a full week to film the video. But we're doing it now, and okay, without further ado, let's get into judging. Alright, so the tiers that I came up with is starting with S rank. This stands for secured the pre-order. Like, it's so good, I'm probably gonna instantly pre-order this one. A+ for, you know, and then A for like a slightly shorter R. B for boy, that's good. C for cool, yeah, pretty good. D for don't really care. E for I don't really like it. And F for like on par with a FOTS Japan figure. A lot of shade there. All right, I've got my T. I've got a list of all the figures here. Let's get started. Also, super quickly, I am gonna rapid fire through these. There's obviously a lot in the list, so I'm just gonna try and get through them as quick as possible. First up, we have the 1/7 card Cap the Sakura figure. This one is stunning, amazing. The other two that Good Smile did were also stunning and amazing, and I love the vibrant colors of this, the green, the dress. This is amazing, this is stunning. This is A+ stuff. Next up, we've got the Aqua Nendoroid. I don't watch JP Hololive, but this is bloody cute. This is a B, boy, that's good. Another Hololive Nendoroid, we have Marine. I love this pirate look. She's also very cute. On par with Aqua, B. Next up, we have Akai Hato. I don't really know who she is, and I don't really care. D. Next up, another Hololive character I don't know, but she does have a cute skull in her hair, so C. Next up, we have the Picora Nendoroid announcement. I don't watch Picora, but I do know of her, and I think her character design is super cute. This is a solid C. And next up, we have the pop-up parade announcement for Picora. I guess that's also pretty cool. Next up, we have another Hololive Nendoroid. This is Fubuki. I do like the artist that designed this VTuber, but she's still just cool. I feel like cool's becoming the default here. Next up, we have the Fubuki Pop-Up Parade. This is pretty cool. I think she looks cute, although I don't know why her cheeks are like that. C. Next up, we have the Korone Pop-Up Parade. I don't know why I put so many Hololive figures in, because I don't actually watch JP VTubers at all, but I do think this doggy girl is very cute, so she is another C. Another Hololive figure, this is Noelle, a scale figure by Fat. You could have told me this is a character from any generic JRPG, and I would have said, hey, that's pretty cool. I do really like her character design, so C for cool. Next up, we have a Genshin Impact Nendoroid. This is Venti. This is really cute. I think Venti is adorable. I'm excited to see him in Nendoroid form. B. Next up, also from Genshin Impact, we have the two female and male travelers. I think they're really cute, and I especially can't wait to see the female one colored because her colors are so angelic and pretty. Bee, baby! Next up, we have this amazing looking collaboration statue. I think she looks awesome with all of the roses on the ground as well. Although I'm not loving this kind of crotch shoestring area. I also don't know how big she is, so I'm gonna go with B for it. That looks pretty good. Next up, we have the 1/8 scale of the Ghost Bride. This thing is a beautiful, beautiful monstrosity. This is an A rank. Beautiful. A bit too big though. Yeah. Next up, we have the Nekopara Chinese dress versions. I think these are really, really nice, but I'm not that excited for them. B. I kind of just rather if they made like them in their original outfits, but they're like holding onto each other, like a scale of that, I feel like would sell better. The next one is a 1/7 scale of Nia. She's designed by Saitom. I can't wait to see her colored. Very excited to see this one. A rank. Next up, we have another Asuna figure. I don't know if I have room to care about more Asuna figures. D. Next up, a 1/7 kimono figure of Ginkgo Sora. I don't know who this is, and it's hard to judge kimono figures without seeing the print on them. So at this point, I'm a D for don't care. Next, a Fate Nendoroid of female custom Merlin. I don't know what it is about this. I'm not loving this. I think I don't care about this. I don't know, just something about it looks off for me. Next, the Mysterious Neko X Nendoroid. I don't really care about this one, sorry. Next, we have a bunch of Fate pop-up parades. I think these are pretty cool, but I would probably rather get scales of these figures, so I'm gonna say Saber Altar is pretty cool. Lancer, I'm sorry, I love you, but I don't really care for that one. And Nero, I'm sorry babe, I don't care about that one either. I don't know. Next up, we have a pretty cool looking Akita Soji. I think this is like her summer version, but I don't know, I don't really care. I'd rather just the OG Akita TBH, so. But I guess it's kind of cool. C for cool. Round up. Next up, we have this Mordred figure. I'm not the biggest Mordred fan, but I think this figure looks bomb. B for looks bomb. Oh my god, this next one is the 1/7 Hokusai figure. When this was uncolored, I was like, I don't care. But now that it's colored, this is amazing. I'm so excited for this. It's really cool that Hokusai is like a painter and they've managed to elevate this figure so much by painting it. I think this looks so cool. This is an A+. Sick. Next up, we have Lancer Mamaraiko. She holds a weird place in my heart. I kind of hate to like her, but I don't think this figure is for me. I can totally respect it, but it's pretty cool. It's just cool. Next up, Saber Lily. I think she's looking perfect with these balloons. I'm actually gonna S rank this. I'm not gonna think too much about it. S rank it. Next up, we have a Karma figure announcement. I think this has the potential to look super cool, so B. Next up, we have the Artoria Caster prototype. Oh, I'm definitely gonna buy this. S rank, mate. Next up, by Fat, we've got a Kosaki in normal clothes. I don't know why you'd just get her in normal clothes. It's pretty cute, but cool. Next up, we have Mecha Elizabeth. I do not care. Bye. Next up, Chloe in a wedding bikini version. If this is the figure, that's an for me, baby. And next up, a Tokurambu bloke. I don't play Tokurambu, but he's looking pretty fit. See? Blackrock Shooter scale. I think this is very dynamic, very cool. This is a rank. I think that's awesome. A for awesome. Next up, this Nendoroid of this girl I don't know. I think this is from an anime that is airing next season, but I think she's pretty cute. See? Another Arknight's Nendoroid that isn't of a character that I want. D, I don't care. I didn't watch Nadia, but it's a fairly good looking Nendoroid. See? Next we got these Sitten boys. They can sit down in E rank because I do not care for these Sitten Nendoroids. They look weird. It looks like they're just all on the toilet or something. I think I'd rather toilet Nendoroids than like a brown chair Nendoroid. The Yuzaki Nendoroid looks really cute with the veil, but I think the dress just looks like it's from those like wedding blind boxes. I think they could have done better with that. See? Minnie Mouse Nendoroid, I don't care. Sorry Minnie Mouse diehard fans. This next one is from Rose and Maiden. I don't really care, and I think they released the Shinku one like over 5 years ago. I don't know. I don't know who this girl is, but she's giving me like Jabami vibes. I think she looks pretty cool. See for cool. We've got the A2 Nendoroid. I think the outfit could have been done a bit better than it is. It looks a bit not detailed enough, so only C for cool. We've got the Venom Nendoroid. I don't know who the hell buys these. E. I also hate that tongue. Batman. I think this is not the first Batman Nendoroid. I don't care for it. Joker. I don't care about this one more. Next up we have the quarter scale of Megami Kato in a swimsuit. I'm sorry, I don't really care. I don't really like swimsuit figures, and especially not at a quarter scale. Am I being really negative in this video? I don't know who this next girl is, but she's in the Virgin Killer sweater, so I think that's pretty cool. Oh, and here she is again in a pretty cute maid outfit. I think that's also very cool. She's cute. I don't know who she is though. This next one is a 2013 Racing Miku. The Miku was designed by Saitom, and this figure is so cute. I think she is adorable. I think this is an S rank. I think I'm gonna get it. I love everything about it. It just looks good, you know? It just looks good. Next up, we have another scale figure from that Thighs game I've been meaning to play, but I don't really care about swimsuit figures. Sorry! Next, we have a Touhou figure. This one looks very cool. I love all the flowers behind it. I'd love to see this one colored. Next up, we have some Harmonia humming dolls. These are not really doing it for me. D. Oh, the hollow one's a little bit cuter with the little ears at the top. But that's still a D. Alright, we've got some Shaman King Nendoroids. Sure, pretty cool. Next up we have a Princess Sakuna Nendoroid. I think this is from a video game. I think she looks pretty cute. I think she's pretty cool. See for cool. I have not gotten around to playing Kingdom Hearts. It's been on my list for like years, but this looks pretty cool. I mean, he's got a Keyblade. Is that right? So he must be kind of cool, right? Next up we have a Rent-A-Girlfriend Nendoroid of Ruka Sarashina. She's like my third favorite girl from Rent-A-Girlfriend, so she's cool, but I probably won't be getting her. Next up we have the Kokoro Nendoroid from Princess Connect. Her eyes look a little funky to me, and so I'm gonna put her in D. Sorry, sis. Then we've got Pecorine. Is this the princess herself? I don't know anything about Princess Connect, but this one is pretty cute. She's C. I think the character designs in that game are very, very, like, stunning. Cute. Next up we have the Lena Nendoroid. I'm actually very excited for this. I really love the military designs from 86. So I'm gonna put this in B. Boy, that's good. God, am I being cringe? Stage Sakai version Hatsune Miku. I think her hair needs a bit more volume love, and I'm gonna put that in C. Her outfit's kind of cute, but that hair, killer. On the flip side, this Miku NT, I don't even know what that means. Alright, Miku NT, I think that's like Miku 2. She's got a lot more volume in that hair, and I can't believe they made her cuter. She actually looks so cute. I think this is a B rank. Oh, jumped into A little. We have, I didn't even realize his name was Potato, but Potato from Poi Poi Molka. I've been watching these on YouTube and I think they're so cute. I love him. They should make them like kind of flocked. I think this is a B, but I'm just super biased because I also love guinea pigs. Next up, I think it's really cool that they're making Inuyasha pop-up parades, but at the same time I'm not that impressed with the figure itself, so D. Next up we have another Shiro pop-up parade. They should have just made this one from the start. I don't really care. I would probably buy a Shiro scale anyway. I think they're making a little too many pop-up parades, if you catch my drift. Next up we have a couple of fairy tale pop-up parades. We have a Lucy and Urza. I think people would just rather get scales at this point, but I think the Urza one looks pretty cool. I'll put her in C, and the Lucy one I'm gonna chuck her in D. So I know I was just talking shit about the pop-up parades and how I'd rather get scales, but I do like the Nekopara pop-up parades because I think they're always really nicely detailed, and I don't want to buy scales of all the Nekopara girls because I don't like Nekopara that much, and no one's making like good scales where they're just in their maid outfits anyway. Azuki is so cute here. I die. A. Solid A. Coconut looking pretty good. B. I don't care for cinnamon. D. I like Maple, but this pop-up parade doesn't look as good as the Azuki one, so I'm gonna put her in B, but I still think she's pretty good. We've got some 7 Deadly Sins pop-up parades. I think these are pretty cool, or do I not care about them? I don't know. I guess I'll put them in C. It's annoying because I'd rather collect scales than pop-up parades, but I feel like Good Smile's really hammering in on the pop-up parades, so that seems to be a lot of the announcements. Which leads us on to, next we've got a couple of Captain Tsubasa pop-up parades. I'm sure someone really cares about these, but that person is not me. Now we have Toloveru pop-up parades, but they're also in their swimsuits. I double don't care. Next up we have the Black Rock Shooter pop-up parades. I think these are actually pretty cool looking pop-up parades. You get a bit more than some of the other ones we've looked at, but I feel like I'd rather just get the scales secondhand. They've been out for ages now and I think you can get them pretty cheaply. Now we've got the Jujutsu Kaisen pop-up parades. I think these are okay. I really like the Nobara one. I think they nailed her. But the other two, it's just like, they're just standing there. I wish they'd get a little bit more creative with what they're doing. I'm gonna put Nobara in B because I think she's actually quite good, and the other two in cool. Hades pop-up parade. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Everyone in Hades is so attractive. A Yasuke pop-up parade. I actually don't know what this is, so I guess I have to say I don't care. We have the Zenitsu pop-up parade. I really want to like this, but I really don't like this design. The pose is weird as. This is an E. I think Inosuke looks a bit cooler. I think I put him at a C. Next up we have the Ars Notoria Nendoroid. I don't know who she is, but I think she's super cute, so I'm gonna put her in C. I've been waiting for the Shinobu Nendoroid, and I think she looks pretty good. But I feel like they didn't knock it completely out of the park, so I'm gonna put her in B. Next up we have the Natsu Nendoroid. I think he looks pretty cool. C. Next up we have the Yun pop-up parade. I think she looks really cute. I'm gonna put her in B. We have another Toloveru pop-up parade. I think her braid flowing is really cool, so I'll put her in C. Next we have the Yuzaki pop-up parade. I like that they made the veil translucent, at least. I think she looks pretty cool. Flowers look a bit off, though. Next up we have a Touken Ranbu Nendoroid doll. I don't play Touken Ranbu, but I think his outfit is really cool and cute and detailed, so C. Black Butler Nendoroid dolls are actually gonna be pretty cute, I think, but I'm interested to how they're gonna do like the height difference, or if they're even gonna bother, because Nendoroid dolls are like a standard size. Nendoroid doll raincoats, meh, I don't really care. Random Ram Nendoroid dolls, this feels like a total cash grab, and I don't know if I really care about Nendoroid dolls too much. I'm gonna put them in D. I'm also gonna put the Kaguya-sama ones in D. Next up we have some like Modoroid flame accessories. I just think it's funny because I feel like they're coming after Shibuya Scramble's brand with the whole like blue acrylic wisps. Yeah, I don't really care about these. Gwenpool Nendoroid, I don't care because it's Marvel, but I'd say like this is probably the Marvel Nendoroid that I've cared about the most. Donald Duck and Chip and Dale Nendoroids. I think this is cool. Donald Duck is my favorite like Disney guy person, duck, animal. But I do have a soft spot for Donald Duck, so maybe I'll get him. We'll have to see. Next up we have Kane from Nier Replicant. I still haven't played Nier Replicant, but she looks pretty cool. Next up we have the super cute girl with the thighs. I'm just like mesmerized because her thighs look freaking massive. I think I don't care about this. This wouldn't be the first figure I'd get from this series if I ever played the game. Oh, cool. Another Touhou figure. I think this one's also really cute. See? Next up we have the virtual pop star Miku. This one I think is going to be like a total hit or a miss after it's colored. So I'm not sure. The sculpt's definitely awesome. I'm gonna put that in B for now. Next up we have the Supersonica Bikini Waitress. I kinda hate this one. I'm gonna put this in D. Her like boob height differentiation is way too high for someone who's walking around with curry. Either that curry's falling off the tray or her boobs shouldn't be doing that. Next up we have the Coconut Race Queen. I actually really like the Azuki Race Queen, but this one not as much. I'm gonna put this in C. I kind of wish they did something more dynamic apart from her just standing there. Like the maple, I like the maple. There's more going on. She's got bits flowing around her. She's actually walking. I don't know. This one's better. It's a B. Next up, we have the Kaguya Bunny. I think this was huge for a lot of people. And this is gonna be an S rank for me. I did get the Chica, so I have to get the Kaguya to match. Next up, we have the quarter scale Tiger Bunny. I think this is super cute. I'm gonna put this in like A. I love her shoes with the strap. I love the gloves. I love her little pose. I love the one bent ear and her expression. She's cute. We've got chocolate and vanilla swimsuit figures. I don't care. Make chocolate and vanilla in their maid outfits, please. That's what I care about. Next up, we have a 1/7 Chio figure, which I'm pretty hyped about, but I saw the prototype and she's like completely nude, I think. And I just kind of wanted her in her like original outfit, so this one's just a cool, even though I really love Chio. Next up, we have a couple of Bafuri Nendoroids. I never ended up finishing the anime, but how cute these Nendoroids are is making me want to finish it because they're so cute. I'm gonna put them in C for cute. Next up, we have Aqua kimono version. I don't really like the design of the kimono. Like, I think the colors clash a lot. I don't know, just even looking at the art, I'm already not that interested in it, so D. Next up, we have a Ram figure. I think it's cool that she's fighting and she's kind of got these burn marks, but ultimately I don't care, I'm sorry. Next up we have a Bafuri scale, Maple again. I think this scale looks a little rough. I don't know, I don't quite like it. I'm gonna put her in D. Next up we have yet another Kuromi figure. I swear there's a new Kuromi figure like every week. I mean, this one is pretty cool. So C for cool. There's too many Kuromi figures. Next up we have a couple of Yuricamp figures. I think these both look super cute and I'm pretty excited about them. I'm gonna put them in B. Next up we have a Marth figure. I actually think this looks awesome. I think this looks so cool. His cape looks amazing. I'm gonna put this in A. The only thing I don't like is the rock that he's on. We have another Princess Connect figure. She's looking super cute in the picture, but I don't care. Next up by Fat, we have an AK-12 figure. I think this will be cool. I always love girls in like tactical tech wear. They look super cool. Also from Girls Frontline, VSK94. This girl looks like a mess. Like she needs to get her shit together. She's all over the place. Like D. Then we've got this Kasumi figure. I'm actually gonna put her in E because A, I don't really like the figure. I think it's kind of boring, and why wouldn't you get her in her like Phantom Thieves outfit? Next up, another figure from Atelier, like the thighs game. These thighs are crazy, but that's still not gonna get me to care. Also, the pose looks kind of weird. I don't know. Next up, we have a scale of Lena in her night dress. Bro, I could not care less about this. The whole reason I like the character design is because of their military outfits, and if you take that away, I'm gone. Wings got a couple of Neko scales in the making that I was so excited for, and I think the prototypes are looking right. They are looking good. I'm gonna put the samurai one in A+ because I'm so keen for that, and the helmet T1 in A. They just showed the quarter scale saber in a second ascension, but I think this looks so sick. This is like an A+. This looks way better than the first Ascension version. I knew something was missing with the first Ascension version, that's why I didn't get her. Next up, we have another quarter scale of this girl. I don't know who she is. I actually think she looks super cool. I'm gonna put her in C. I think her feet look a little big though. Next, we've got a couple of original bunnies. I don't even know if you can call them bunnies anymore. They're just in lingerie and ears. There's no bunny suit or bunny tail. Despite that, I still think they're pretty cute. Probably won't be getting them myself, but they get a C. Next up, we have an Alice bunny from Food Wars. Food Wars always makes such good bunnies for some reason. I think this one is a B. Next up, we've got a Beatless bunny. I've not watched Beatless, but I think she looks very dynamic and cool. But I'm gonna put her in C. Like, I would buy this super cool scale figure of her first before the bunny. Actually, I'm gonna put her in B. The more I look at her, I realize she's actually a B. Yeah. Next up, we've got a couple of Rent-A-Girlfriend bunnies. I don't know where to stand on these. They put them in like Garter thigh highs instead, and I think that's making me not love it. They're a C for now, but it is kind of exciting they're doing Rent-A-Girlfriend bunnies. I also can't believe they didn't droop one of Sumi's ears. Like, what? I don't get it. If you droop someone's ear, they're like always gonna be 10% cuter. Next up, we have a Data Bullet bunny of White Queen. I don't know, she just Kurumi but white. Either way, I think she'll probably look quite good with the Kurumi bunny. So I think that's pretty cool. Also, I guess they're gonna use white tights for her, which is pretty cool. Next up from Fat, we have this No Game No Life scale. I actually think this looks really cool and cute. I'm gonna put this in A. I feel like it's gonna be very expensive though. Next up, we have this Skadi figure. I don't know, something just looks off. Like, her pose is a little awkward. For me, I'm gonna put her in C. Like, but on paper, she should have been higher. It just doesn't look quite right. Next, we've got this Milim figure. I think this is super cute. I'm gonna put this in B. My only concern is, like, she looks very top down. Like, if you look at her from the front, she might look a little weird. And we've got this Shiro Onsen version figure, which I hate, and this is why I have an F tier for this exact figure. Thanks, Fat Company. Oh man. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it there. Here is my final list. I'll put links in the description so you can do the list yourself or compare it with mine. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope I didn't piss you guys off too much by some of my hot takes maybe. I'm definitely very excited for a lot of the figures that got announced and seeing prototypes of. It's a very exciting time. Please let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video. I'm thinking of doing this, you know, every now and then when there's new releases or new prototypes, just to give my opinion on them. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a good week. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye!